I'm the administrator with Lakeview Baptist Assembly. We're a church camp and retreat center here in Lone Star. Been here 78 years. We service the entire area around this area. We're owned by 6 associations, which is owned by then 300 and something churches in the area.
So y'all have been providing camps for 78 years.
Yes.
That's a long time. And who do y'all try to serve?
Anybody that's willing within our same realms of belief within Jesus Christ itself.
About how many people go to camp every summer for you guys?
We average about 5,000 in the summertime and then about 5,000 to 6,000 during retreat season, and we do stuff on weekends.
Okay, I see. So last year when that tornado hit, who was all here during the time?
We had a group here, a ladies group called Tres Dias. There was about 126 ladies, and then just my staff. That was all that was here whenever the tornado hit.
Okay, I see. And I heard that trees toppled on top of cars. Is that correct? What other damage happened here?
We had about $350,000 worth of damage done to buildings. We did have the parking lot behind me that you can see. We had 40 cars in there. All of them were damaged but one. There were 6 of those that were picked up and thrown across the valley into the bottom that were totally totaled out. The trees, we're guessing we lost probably in the neighborhood of 250 to 300 pine trees. The lumber company that came in and did all the restoration on cleaning it up, we've hauled out 2.2 million pounds of lumber from those trees that was there. And we're still cleaning up some. It's not all done. It just takes a longer process than I thought it would take. But the Lord has provided for so many ways in what we had, the finances to get it all done, the protection of all the people that were here, and the buildings that we had on either side of it where the tornado came through, a lot of windows, but we had no windows busted in any of the buildings.
And it's a miracle no one was hurt, correct?
Yeah, nobody was hurt. We were all in what we call our lower worship center, which is sort of a basement under everything. That's where we had all the ladies and all my staff, and nobody was hurt. And really, I understand nobody was even hurt in the neighborhood after it went back through us. First thought is, are we going to be able to have summer camp? Because it's happened a month and a half before summer camp started. Between the way of Lord of getting people lined up, we were able to have, we only had to cancel the first week of camp. Other than that, we did summer camp all summer long. Amongst the cleanup, I mean, it would still look like a disaster zone because we didn't have everything cleaned up. We were pulling trees out all summer long, trying to get buildings rebuilt. The 2 main buildings that were here was our worship center and our gym, and trying to get those done for summertime. We got those put all back together, put the new roofs on those. And we're still in the process of doing that. We've got one building that was totally destroyed that we're still rebuilding right now.
What building was that?
It's called the Oak Building. It's over by the gym that we just started. We've got the frame and we've got it all dried in. We won't get it finished till next year.
Next year, okay. So that's kind of, my next question was, you said you still got some work to do. So what else, are you guys striving to do? Well,
we've been putting in new sidewalks. Now that we have trees out of the way and can do stuff more, we're putting in new sidewalks for walking purposes and getting around. We're going to redo all the landscaping. We had a fund put in to raise money to put in new trees. We'll plant a bunch of new trees. We put in the one new building to replace the one that was total. And still, it's just cleanup. It just takes a while to get everything cleaned up. With the burn bans we've had in the past, we've got 3 huge burn piles to have to burn up from tree stumps and stuff. But, when I look at it all, the Lord's provided all of it. And, it's just not, it never goes as fast as you think it's going to go, and then sometimes things go faster than you realize. I just look back and just praise the Lord for no more damage than what it was, because it could have been worse. It could have hit this dining hall right where we're standing. And if it had taken it out, we would not, we couldn't have hardly done anything for the summer and retreat. It had been rebuilding all of it. But basically, the thing, it was the safety of lives. That's what it's all about. And, he protects lives in every way he needs to, because he's the Lord and God of our lives.
Did y'all have volunteers helping you guys clean up?
I had volunteers. I had different volunteers come in. We had camp builders. Texas Baptist men came in and helped us do a lot of rebuilding and stuff on buildings. I had different people just come in with equipment that helped us do different things. Those are the things you don't think at the time, but then you realize, okay, the Lord provided those people at the right time at the right place.
Right.
And it was always helpful in that. Yeah, the group that was here was Texas On Mission. It was their chainsaw crew. They brought in about 30 people. We housed them. We fed them. They didn't do any of our tree work because my trees were contracted under the lumber company. But they went through all the neighborhood and helped doing the cleanup there for about a week and a half. That's what the Baptists do. They've got the disaster teams to go out and help stuff, and they were a big benefit in that way. And we're able to benefit them as well, providing them a place to stay so they could help in the neighborhood, which is what we need to be doing as Christians anyway, is helping one another and being a strength of what God shows to people around us when things are going bad. I think the greatest thing is realize is God's always there. We just have to realize it and look and see what He does and how He's going to act and how He's going to do that thing. His ways aren't our ways. His ways are always better than ours, and we sometimes just have to sit back and see what He's going to do. And to see what He's done in the past year, just the recovery he had, the money we had come in to help do a lot of the stuff that the insurance didn't cover. It's always neat to see how God works, and He works in His ways and not our ways.
How much did insurance cover for you guys versus not?
Probably in the neighborhood, they probably covered about 65% of it. Because most of the insurance now, we're on a 2 to 5% deductible, and when you look at that on wind and hail, that's a big deductible when you look at the size facility we are.
Yeah, that's right. In between 50 and 60 acres is right.
That's 50 and 60 acres of property.